When I bought my house, I imagined suburban peace, quiet mornings, wave at your neighbor evenings, the kind of place where nothing dramatic ever happens. Instead, I moved into a kingdom, and Todd was its king. Todd was the HOA president, the kind who wore authority like armor and enjoyed watching people squirm. He wasn't enforcing rules for order. He was enforcing them for control. You could feel it the moment he spoke to you. Chin raised, smirk half loaded, that tone that says, I can ruin your day, and I dare you to stop me. Todd fined people for everything. Trash cans out at 9:01 a.m., $200. Grass a half-inch too tall, citation. A car parked overnight, once during a snowstorm, fine. Meanwhile, his own house looked like a construction site that gave up halfway. An oversized fence, unpermitted structures, a yard that broke half the HOA rules he enforced on everyone else. But no one challenged him, because Todd loved paperwork and retaliation. My breaking point came with my fence. The approved stain color was backordered everywhere. I used the closest match, barely noticeable unless you were hunting for it. Todd noticed. $500 fine. I went to him calmly, receipts in hand, voice steady. I followed the spirit of the rule. I said, can we work something out? He didn't even look at the papers. He smiled. Rules are rules. Then he walked away. And something inside my chest went cold. Not explosive anger. Not yelling. Just a quiet, dangerous thought. Okay, then let's play by the rules. Todd's biggest weakness? He underestimated people. So I volunteered for the HOA board. I acted eager. Harmless. A little naive. The perfect pawn. For 2 years, I sat in meetings and watched. Todd bullied dissenters. Pushed votes when only his friends showed up. Lost paperwork from homeowners who challenged him. I took notes. Detailed notes. And then I noticed something else. The money didn't add up. HOA fees were high. Embarrassingly high. But the pool? Closed half the summer. Landscaping? Barely touched. Repairs? Always pending. Todd loved bragging about how tight the finances were. So I asked to see the budget. He laughed. Don't worry. I've got it under control. That laugh stuck with me. I filed a formal request. Weeks passed. Nothing. So I talked to neighbors. And suddenly, patterns emerged. One neighbor swore HOA funds paid for Todd's new patio. Another saw Todd's kids using the pool during maintenance closures. Dozens of people had asked for records over the years. All ignored. That's when Todd realized I wasn't going away. When the documents finally came, they were chaos. Missing invoices, vague labels, expenses that made no sense. A $15,000 landscaping fee to a company that didn't exist. Thousands in administrative costs. No explanation. I cross-checked everything. Bank statements, public records, contractor licenses, and there it was. Todd had been funneling money into his personal accounts, inflating contractor bills, pocketing the difference, splitting profits with shady buddy who conveniently handled most HOA maintenance. I didn't rush. I documented. Spreadsheets, photos, notarized witness statements. I built a case so airtight it practically breathed. The annual HOA meeting was usually a ghost town. This year, I made sure it wasn't. I knocked on doors. Quiet conversations. Just enough truth to spark outrage. The night of the meeting, the room was packed. Todd started like always, talking about how hard his job was, how much he sacrificed. That's when I stood up. My heart pounded, but my voice didn't shake. Can you explain these budget discrepancies? Todd chuckled nervously. I don't think this is a time or place. I smiled. Actually, Todd, it's the perfect time. And I handed out the packets. The room erupted. Whispers turned into shouts. Todd's face drained of color. He tried to regain control, but power evaporates fast when the truth hits daylight. I called for a vote. It wasn't close. Todd was removed that night. No gavel slam. No dramatic exit. Just silence and shame. We hired an independent auditor. They confirmed everything. Over $50,000 embezzled. Fraud. Mismanagement. Police were called. A civil lawsuit followed. Todd had to sell his house to pay restitution. His contractor buddy was banned from county work. Todd's name? A punchline. We rebuilt the HOA. Term limits. Transparent budgets. Online access for everyone. The pool reopened. Landscaping returned. Fees dropped. Every time I walk past Todd's old house, now owned by a genuinely kind family, I smile, because justice didn't scream. It waited. Bullies thrive on silence. But patience and proof? That's unstoppable. If this story felt satisfying, smash like, hit subscribe, and tell us in the comments, what's the worst HOA horror story you've ever heard? And remember, revenge doesn't have to be loud, just permanent.